Let's talk about how to film yourself. Filmmaking alone is chaos, exhaustion and absolute madness. You're in every role on set, from the director, screenwriter, actor, producer, cinematographer, sound recordist, editor, and the poor soul making coffee. Filmmaking alone isn't easy. Whether you are a filmmaker, content creator, or just want to document your life better. Knowing how to film yourself can be one of the best things to learn. But before you even start thinking about shooting, you need an idea. Ideas don't just show up. The first step is always the hardest. It's frustrating and even scary process when you stare at the blank page with no ideas. So, how do you find an idea? Brainstorming. Just write down words, things you love, questions you're curious about, problems you'd love to explore. And few minutes later, you'll land on something. If not, look for inspiration. Movies, books, music, YouTube videos. And once you find that spark, start writing. Your first draft, garbage. Second draft, also garbage. Third, fourth, fifth, still garbage. By draft 6, you might finally have something. Or just more garbage. Finding the right idea takes time, and writing the way you want, it takes even more time. Simple advice: if you wanna one day write a good script, you have to start with bad ones. You have to create so many shits to be able one day create something you'll be proud of. Because otherwise, you will never create anything. So, you have a script? Great. But how do you turn your story into a video? The first thing you need is this, a camera. But before you even grab it, you need a shot list. Think of it as a director's to-do list, where you write how every shot will look. Everyone does it differently. Some draw storyboards, some write descriptions, some even use AI tools. It all depends on how complex your scene is. When you're filmmaking alone, you don't need a complicated shot list. Keep it simple. I just write down what happens in each shot, choose the shot size and note any camera movement. That's it. When you have a simple shot list, you can grab your camera and start filming. Plan before you start shooting. Read your script multiple times so you know exactly what you need. Prepare props, costumes and equipment to know you have everything you need. Also, try to simplify your production. One of the easiest ways? Limit your locations. Let's be real, locations feel important and yes, they can add a lot to your movies. But here's the simple truth. More locations mean more stress. Think about it. Every new location means packing and unpacking gear, traveling to new locations, dealing with unpredictable lighting, securing permits if you're playing by the rules, noise or random people walking into your shot. Simply, it eats up so much time you could spend actually being creative and actually filming. Try to cover a variety of shots in each scene. Each shot has a purpose, and understanding their effects is like studying science. The best way to learn? Experiment. I usually start with a wide shot to establish the location and set the scene. Then I move to a medium shot to introduce the subject to the audience. From there I use close-ups or mix of different shots to build emotion and enhance the storytelling. But if there's one simple trick to making your shots look cinematic, it's lighting. Take a single light and follow this golden rule. Always shoot on the shadow side. It adds depth, dimension and mood, making your shot far more visually interesting than filming on the bright side. And if you want to add even more depth to your shot, use a haze or fog machine. You've got all your footage? Time to edit. Editing is more than just cutting clips. It's about controlling the flow, emotion and engagement of your video. Every cut should serve the story. Don't forget to focus on audio. Some filmmakers say audio is 80% of filmmaking. Bad visuals can be forgiven, but bad sound, not a chance. When you're finally done editing, time to render. Click export and wait. Be ready for errors, crashes and nightmares of failed exports. And remember always to save your project, or otherwise you will want to kill yourself. So please, save the project and save yourself.